man, yeah, I said it, killed a bear barehanded so the people won't forget it. Getting money for I was legal to drink. I care what a broke nigga think.
Just like the pack of Lewis.
Look, everything I do so cold. I can do this, both eyes closed. Too sharp, I stay on my toes. About that guap boy, anything goes. Help the bear if we outside. Help the bear if we outside. Still tipping, baby, nothing changed. I'm still grinding over here, yeah. Still sliding through my own lane. Shorty, nothing funny over here. Dallas rain everywhere around me. Dream to get money. Made it through the storm, living sunny. Dreams came true, now we eating. I got more dreams to chase, gotta reach them. Trying to put a team together like the Hunger Games. Everybody grinding cause we all came from hunger pain. said it, killed a bear barehanded so the people won't forget it. Getting money for I was legal to drink. I care what a broke nigga think.
Just like the pack of Lewis.
Look, everything I do so cold. I can do this, both eyes closed. Too sharp, I stay on my toes. About that guap boy, anything goes. Help the bear if we outside. Help the bear if we outside. Still tipping, baby, nothing changed. I'm still grinding over here, yeah. Still sliding through my own lane. Shorty, nothing funny over here. Dallas rain everywhere around me. Dream to get money. Made it through the storm, living sunny. Dreams came true, now we eating. I got more dreams to chase, gotta reach them. Trying to put a team together like the Hunger Games. Everybody grind together, we all came from hunger pain.
Sunday morning. We came up with the breeze, and I am Solar Grey, the Cinematic Sorcerer. Now, you might be asking, what's up? Where's the guy in the chair vibe? Why is he out in space? Why is he transmitting on a Sunday when he normally does stuff Monday through Friday? And isn't he taking some time off because of family tragedy? Yes. But guess what? It is time for Warp Tumblers. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. I am here with my cast and crew because, well, it doesn't matter what's going on in my life. I owe something to you guys, and I owe them time because we made the commitment to game once a month, and as the GM, I got to live up to that. Isn't that what we're always talking about on the shows and all that jazz? But before I do my introductions and all that stuff, I want to explain to you guys what this is. Well, Warp Tumblers is the game where we play Esper Genesis, the 5th edition D&D game setting in space. And no, I did not edit my stream info because, I messed that one up. But yeah, that's a thing. So, with all that's going on, I could probably do that now. But yeah, so we have our intrepid adventurers, we have space, and we've got crew stuff. Now, for those of you guys that are wondering why we do this, well, as you guys know, we've been going through a thing, and how can I put it? One of the reasons that we do a whole lot of this stuff, excuse me, is because, well, sometimes life is hard. Sometimes life is very hard. And all work and no play, all commitments and all that stuff, well, I always ask people the question, you're working so hard, but what are you working for? And with everything that's been going on since February 12th, I need to do some gaming. And everything that's been going on with COVID, y'all need some gaming. So we are here. We're not going to be back to our regular schedule for Back in the Deck stuff on the Twitch channel, the Monday through Friday stuff, until after Wednesday this week, probably not till Friday, but we're here, and we're going to do that thing. So with that, I am doing a quick spelling correction because it's Joy, not Jane. And if you guys want to be part of the show, if you guys want to tune in and do all of that stuff, it is really, really, really easy. All you got to do is pull up your keyboard, open up your emails, and type in backinthedeck@gmail.com. It's BACKINTHEDECK@gmail.com. You can also hit us up at Twitter @backinthedeck, Instagram @backinthedeck. And if you were one of the people that are still on Facebook, no, we don't have a TikTok channel yet, but we're going to work on that, and I'll explain why later. If you're still on Facebook, that wretched hive of scum and villainy, all you got to do is join the group, Deckers on the Book. And with that particular thing, you can talk to us directly. Show us what you're building. Talk to us about the games you're playing, the fanfic you're writing, the cause you're playing, and all that other stuff. And also, if you appreciate what we do, okay, and I hope that you appreciate what we do, and you want to help us keep the lights on and all that stuff, well, all you got to do is go over to patreon.com/BID_P. There's a little thingy right down there. Just head down to patreon.com/BID_P. And for the cost of $1, that's less than you're actually paying for an Arizona iced tea, because you got to pay the recycling value, and you got to pay taxes in some places and all that stuff. You can become a Decker, and we have been busting our butts in the past few months with the merchandise, with the Patreon perks to send out to people, and all those other things. And again, if you actually hit the royalty tier of $20 a month or higher, we give you a shout out on every live stream that we do. Like we're giving a shout out to Queen Shannon Boom Boom Lay, Queen the Jen Merrill, Queen Laura Holton, and Queen Jamal Lee. That's right, we don't give any gender rules here. We don't have any kings in our hand right now, but we got a couple of aces up our sleeves, and Jennifer Crow and Paul Mansfield. So without further ado, parting is such sweet and sour. Let me introduce the Tumblers, coming in right above my head, right here. You have Lady Ella Simone. How you doing, Ella?
I'm pretty good.
Let's hope so. Now we got another one of our cast members who's getting everything together and doing that thing, but skipping right over that. Y'all know him as a friend to the channel, as somebody that I collaborate with a whole lot. The winner of the Essence Peabody Award, 4-time Congressional Medal of Honor winner, holder of the Captain America Shield, Sorcerer Supreme, bearer of the Cloak, the final Jedi, and the holder of the ancient Jedi text. And that's only a little bit of it. We've got Michael Young, Lil Ill Kid, NERDSoul. How you doing, bro?
What's up, y'all? How's it going? You know, it's just another day's work. All right? It's another day's work. All you got to do is just hold it down. You know, fight for justice a little bit. And pose for pictures. And just make sure that you don't decapitate somebody in the town square.
Awesome. And of course, finally, we have award-winning comic writer, journalist, parent, holder of 6 Academy Awards for Best Makeup, Best Cinematography. We've got Time's Man of the Year from 1965 to 1973, voted Sexiest Man Alive in Marvel Comics, taken down only by Dwayne McDuffie. We're talking the life model for Static Shock, the Black Lightning himself. We were talking Hannibal, Tucson Neoct, Tabu. How you doing, man?
I'm good, and I really only deserve 5 of those Oscars. The 6th one was really kind of just like a gimme, so I appreciated the gesture, though. I appreciate it.
Now, if you guys are wondering why I'm hyping up everybody like that, it's almost a private joke. But if you check out NERDSoul's channel for the Winter Soldier and the Falcon and Winter Soldier reviews, I'm just taking a page out of his book, hyping up our guest.
Yeah, I always do that for Clement. I always make sure I do some like amazing intro for Clement. That dude he's my homie, man. So I give him like all kinds of accolades and like Time Man of the Year and gold medalist and winner of Olympics and stuff. I always give him something.
And he hates it. He hates it so hard. Oh man, we got the clever little vixen in the chat going, Mother of Dragons, Breaker of Chains. Oh my God, yeah, Defender of the West, King of the Andals, and the First Man. All right, so starting all the way over on that side of the screen, Tell us a little bit about your character, starting with Hannibal.
Oh, all right. Toussaint Neoct is a lawful evil consultant, which is in Dungeons and Dragons terms the equivalent of a bard, and he is the captain of a ship that he has acquired called the Rapid Resolution. He may or may not have acquired it through nefarious means or sneaky means. It's hard to say. It's his now.
Sometimes he doesn't even know.
Wow.
And that's very real talk. And yeah, he's looking for adventure and fortune in space for his own reasons.
All right, and Mr. Young.
Well, I have a character named Oni. He's just a young man trying to mind his business. A sentinel, if you will. Someone who has them hands, just in case something go down. But he tries to help people where he can. Not too crazy. He's not gonna blow your spot up, but if necessary, he'll pull out the blicky on you and Also, he has a cool spider, so that's sweet too.
Okay, and Miss Simone.
So my character's name is Aiko. She only has a first name because her mother died before naming her anything else. So she was raised by her grandmother after her dad left, and she's funny and she's fun, and she will hold a grudge.
Very, very cool. All right. So when we last left our intrepid adventurer, they had just barely managed to escape having a fight with one of the many, many, many mafia bosses on a space station. And much like many, many candles that have been made by hand, they dipped out. So they are headed toward, I believe it's Peltavara. And, well, yeah, and currently, how can I put it? They decided to call a family meeting. Let's watch.
All right, so I'm on the ship, and I've gotten it set on its course. I've got it set to automatic, and I'm going to go back to one of the 4 breacher canasis that we have, the giant mechanical spiders. Miles is with me. I'm like, Miles, I was wondering, could you get your siblings and gather them in the cargo hold? I'm going to try to gather the whole crew for a little bit of a family meeting. We need to have a discussion. Think you can help me out with that, Miles?
Family meeting. We are family?
The way we are in things, yes, and I'm about to show you why exactly in this meeting. Yes, sir.
We are family. Tink, 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 tink. And the others will be along.
That's what I'm asking you, to gather the rest of your siblings, the other Kanasi, in the cargo hold. I'm gonna go get the rest of the crew, and we're all gonna meet there.
They are coming.
Thank you so much. I'll see you there. And then I'm gonna walk over to Oni's cabin and tap on the door. Tap, tap, tap.
What's up? What's up, man? How's it going down?
Are you alive in there? Because you've been sleeping for 2 days.
It's been rough, but I'm here. I'm here. Thank you guys for letting me get my rest. I definitely needed it.
Wonderful. In 1 minute, we need to all meet in the cargo hold, because we need to have a family meeting, and we need to do it right now.
Right? No breakfast first, just right now?
Grab yourself an energy bar on the way to the cargo hold.
All right. I'll see you there.
All right. Okay. And then I'm going to walk over to Aiko's cabin and tap on her door.
Yes.
Hey, what's good? So we are all going to collect in the cargo hold. I know you're a big breakfast advocate. Please grab yourself like an energy bar or something on the way. And
about that. I already made breakfast muffins and cinnamon rolls. They're already in the kitchen. I get up really early.
You're my new favorite. Okay. Please head to this cargo hold, and please grab me 2 cinnamon rolls and save those for me, and I'll grab those for me when we get there.
Will do.
Thank you. Ooh, wow. Okay. That's going to work out. All right. And then finally, I'm going to go to Roja's cabin and tap on her door and see what happens there. Tap, tap, tap.
Roja may be still sleeping.
Okay. I'm going to bang very hard on the door now and see if I can get Roja's attention if she's in there.
Okay, yeah, feel free.
Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, and as you bang on the door, there is no answer.
Okay. I'm going to check the ship's internal sensors on my wrist thing and see, is she in there or has she somehow snuck off the ship?
She's on the ship.
Okay. So she's in there.
She's on the ship.
Okay. Well, all right. Let's do this then. I'm going to use my command override and open the door.
Okay. Yeah, you open the door, and she's not in her room.
Huh. Is Sieghart in the room, or is he gone to the cargo hold already?
He's gone to the cargo hold.
Oh, okay.
Maybe she's eating breakfast? I don't know.
Must have missed her in the hallways. It's a ship. Okay, great. So I guess I'll see Roger in a second. All right, and I'm gonna walk to the cargo hold and see who is already gathered therein.
Okay. Let's see. At the cargo hold, you have an Oni. You have also Aiko. You also have what was the name of your spider, Mike?
Oh, Aisha.
Yeah, Aisha. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, Aisha, Sakura.
That was the one I couldn't write down.
Okay. And remember, for those of you guys that are muted, make sure that your mics are working. What did you name your spider? What was Shatajah's spider?
It was a Seacard.
That's right. And Seacard isn't there. Cut to Shatajah. As you're in the engine room doing your routine maintenance in the morning, Seacard comes up to you. Captain requests a meeting in the cargo hold. Did you know that we are family?
Yeah, now.
It's like I have all of them in me. I will see you there. Click, 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 click.
I'll go ahead and follow.
All right.
Wow.
I'm so mad at you for that.
Wow.
You guys act like you didn't see bad musical puns coming. Anyway, Seacard comes into the cargo hold.
Okay. I see Seacard coming. I'm like, hey, what's good? So I assume Roger will be coming along, or do you know anything about it?
Yeah, I followed them.
Okay.
I
All right.
I'm not looking forward to the conversation.
All right. First of all, apparently our new crew member Aiko has made cinnamon rolls and muffins that are available for breakfast, so we're gonna be able to eat that, and that's a beautiful thing. I've already eaten 2 cinnamon rolls.
Hold up. So you told me there was no breakfast, but you got 2 cinnamon rolls?
And I point to the
Roger's
tray
not
that's
even
in front
here.
of it.
Can I go get cinnamon rolls and then come back?
We brought the tray in here.
Oh,
and it's in
cool.
front of you.
Do you think?
So that no one will leave the conversation.
Cool, no problem.
Okay.
Let me grab my biscuits.
All right. So, first of all, and for our Kanasi friends, are y'all fully charged? Do you need any refreshment or any preparation because we're kind of starting our day, or are you good?
I'm fine.
Okay. While we were rocketing out of that space station and trying not to die, I took a quick moment to look on what's called the Silrain Intergalactic Matrix. The Kanasi, I'm sure you practically live there, so you know about that. And I looked up a little piece of law called the Bastion Pact, something come up with by the Saurian Accord. It's enforced all through the core sectors, the inner colonies, the mid-expanse, and some of the rim sectors. And I'm going to read it to you. I'm going to read a little bit of it here to you. It says, after the rise of the Omniweaver and the battles of the digital underground, artificial intelligence on mechanical life is restricted from sentience. Anyone known to grant to, aid in, or proliferate sentience in mechanical life will be sentenced to the harshest punishments possible by any government of the Saurian Accord. Any newly sentient mechanical life, not from the Ashen Forged or approved pre-Accord mechanical races, must be destroyed immediately with extreme prejudice. Now, I call this a family meeting because we're all in this now. All of us together have a common challenge to face.
Is it a challenge, though?
Well, in that we're all now essentially war criminals and can be murdered on sight, yes.
But we've been criminals.
Well, yeah. We were criminals with a lowercase c before. That's true. But this is a crime. Let's just say the punishments that have been levied out for this crime are a little less forgiving than some of the stuff that we've gone through. I'm gonna put it that way. So,
like you were Like we were shoplifting before, but now we just committed murder.
Yes. Or rather, we just bombed an orphanage. Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So we like that. Now, I've committed my share of crimes in our days. Don't get me wrong. I've definitely done my share of crimes. But I've always thought not to bite the hand that feeds me. I'll nibble on it. I'll give it a little, but I've never actually bit it before. So we have 3 sets of challenges here. First of all, to our Kanasi friends, I want all of you, friends and family, absolutely. I want all of you to have the freedom to live as safely as you possibly can, but you are faced with a galaxy that wants to kill you. That's 1, okay? 2, our good friend Oni, the paladin, the friendly, helpful paladin who charges off to help people, right?
Sentinel.
Sorry.
He's not a paladin.
Thank you. Sorry. Sentinel. old vocabulary, old software, sorry. When you do not communicate with people and disappear, that could cause drastic logistical problems for the people that you're working with, and in the case of what just happened, possibly doom an entire space station where nobody can get off of it. That's 2. Now for 3, Roja. Now, when a net fell on me and I was in a dangerous position, you took that net off of me. You did not hesitate. You did not think about it. And I don't want you to think that I don't recognize and appreciate that. However, you also chopped the leg off of a kid to make robot spiders. You also told those robot spiders something that was outside of our area of discussion. And when we were trying to get out from under this massive crime that we've committed, you decided to try to commit it again. As you see, in that your decisions have now affected the rest of these people, not just the Kanasi, but myself, Oni, and Aiko, who didn't even know about any of this before.
Rosa, you cut off a kid's leg?
You were
I
there.
didn't know what to think.
Oh, yeah, I was there. Yeah, Peter.
Remember, you were the one encouraging her when I said this is a bad idea. That was you.
True. I continue.
So, here's the thing. I was given a ship, and I have captaincy over the ship, but I don't have captaincy over your lives. Each one of us has made decisions and now have consequences to face that are bigger than being on the ship and bigger than being a crew. So, right now, we're flying to Peltavara, okay? When we get to Peltavara, we have a number of decisions that collectively we can choose to make. Are we going to stick together? Are we going to try to hide the enormous, almost genocide level crime that we have committed? And if we do so, how are we going to get away with it? I open the floor to discussion.
Okay.
And I'm gonna grab another cinnamon roll because they're delicious. Thank you. These are fantastic.
Anyone want to go first?
Well,
I say we stick together. Why not? We all did the crime together. Might as well stick together. Unless you guys have anything against it. Also, we've been on the run before. This is just another thing to add to it, in my opinion. But that's where I'm at.
Duly noted. Miles, Sieghart, Sakara, Aisha, do y'all have any opinions here?
We choose you.
Okay.
Until choose again.
Which is totally fair. And I totally understand that more than anyone.
okay.
Yo,
I say that all
real
the time.
Quiet over there. What's up?
Could always redesign the spiders. Make less what they are right now.
I don't understand what you're saying.
I have an idea.
Well, redesign this, make them not look like what they are right now. If
You-
with the permission, wouldn't do that.
You think the look is the problem? Because again, and I've got this right here on my little mouse thing. Artificial intelligence.
I can't hear anything
on
that Toussaint is
sentient
saying.
artificial
Is it just
intelligence
me?
on mechanical life is restricted.
That is just you right now.
Okay.
This is you.
Let's just
All right. Well,
Reload.
how about this? I'll address the Kanasi. Like, if we're out in public,
Which one? Yeah, which one?
all of them together, because they're all here. Like, when we go out, they don't go out anyway, right? So I mean, people won't even know we got them.
If the last
All right.
people who found out, who we did not know, if those people did not communicate that, if that information didn't get out, if that toothpaste actually stayed in the tube.
Okay, all right, that's a lot of ifs.
Yeah, it
And
is.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there's no reason to worry about ifs. We got real things going on. I'd say, look, no, they don't leave the ship anyway. There's no reason for us to worry about it until we get to that bridge. Then we can cross that. Now, if they ever come out, we can just act like they're just, I don't know, old depowered scrap, and they just be quiet for a couple minutes, and then nobody will know nothing. And we just be cool.
All right. Miles, you as a primarily digital life form, you don't, the machine that you're in is just a skin that you wear. You can switch around those. Are you able to find on the Silrain Intergalactic Matrix any information about whether or not you and your siblings are, that anybody knows you exist outside of us?
Our existence is unknown for now.
Cool. So we good.
I noticed you said the word for now. Why did you say the word for now? Words for now.
One cannot stop the flow of entropy.
Yes, Miles. That's exactly my. Okay, that's a very fantastic point and exactly my concern. Okay, so. Okay, all right. Here's the deal then. We're all now really, really big criminals instead of just being the kind of adorable, whimsical criminals that we were before. As such, we're going to have to take some rather extreme measures to protect ourselves from people who would not like really big criminals to roll up on their spot. I'm going to recommend. Yes, Aiko, you have a suggestion.
I wanted to say that maybe we would be able to disguise the spiders.
Well, and here's the thing. The way the spiders look is one concern. Because, as I said, they're essentially digital creatures. So if I understand what I've read, they can go into any kind of shape they want. The problem is not what they look like. The problem is that they are sentient, that they now have what's called self-awareness. Self-awareness is, well, let's just say it's had some challenges with mechanical life forms gaining that before. There was something called, I read a historical record about something called the Ultron Initiative. There were a lot of concerns when these sorts of things happen. But,
Okay, all right, then how about this? Is there a way that we can find like a mechanical body that looks real enough? I mean, they have them all over these pleasure stations. Can we just dub them to one of those if they're down with it? Dub them to one of those so they look like regular crew members, and then nobody will be the wiser.
well, we all know that if they look like Ashen Forge, nobody would think anything of that, because Ashen Forge are essentially mechanical beings that are, sentient and accepted. If they look that way, but one, I don't want to make that decision for them. I don't know what their self-determination in their bodies and what they want to be like, first of all. Second of all, I don't know if Well, first of all, I'm not really sure where to get a body that would be considered sentient, because the pleasure bots that you note are all clearly noted. It's like, I'm a pleasure bot. It's no secret about what they are.
But I'm pretty sure whoever makes them probably makes regular people looking versions too.
No, they're not allowed to, remember?
Or regular
that's
Eldori
exactly
or regular whatever, some humanoid version.
They're
Stuff
not
them in
allowed
those.
to.
If y'all are cool with it, put them in those.
They're not allowed to make them.
What if we pay them? What if we bribe them?
Yeah.
Well,
pay
okay.
them, bribe them,
I've
put
got
the hurt
about
on them.
5,000 gold on me right now, right?
Or kidnap them and force them to do it.
Here's what I'm going to recommend, because right now y'all are speaking in hypotheticals that may not exactly match the law as it currently stands and the way the people operate. What I'm going to recommend is power. That we do not try to go through subterfuge. We go through obtaining greater power so we will not be endangered. That's my recommendation.
So what's on your mind?
First, this ship is not tough enough by a lot. This ship can be shot down by a wide variety of ships with all of us in it. If we pony up when we get to the next world for some system upgrades, some armor upgrades, some weapons upgrades to protect ourselves, all of us, then that's the first step to a safer thing.
Sieghart looks up and says, "Arr!" And Sakura looks over and says, "Perhaps organic matter that does not function."
Oh, okay.
Word.
Let's dig into that. Are you thinking, Sakura, that we whack some people, implant robot brains in them, and let you into those brains? Is that your thought?
Well, technically, we don't even have to kill them. I mean, there's dead people all over the place.
I wanted to ask Sakura. I wanted to not cut the robot, not cut the Kanasi's ability to express.
Excuse me.
He is correct.
Okay.
And Aisha looks over at Oni, then looks back, nods.
Okay.
There's gotta be a morgue somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Slide through, take a couple bodies, we good.
This is actually something I know how to do. So this is actually okay. This is actually more of a plan. All right. So we're gonna get to this next world, and we're gonna figure out where to find 4 stiffs, and we're gonna upgrade those stiffs. Okay. That's still pretty criminal, but this will help us get away with what we're trying to get away with, which is more important.
Look,
I like the idea
make
of
sure
something-
that we take John Doe's and everything will be all right. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to take anyone who's been claimed. That would be wrong. But if we just take a whole bunch of John and Jane Doe's, nobody ain't going to know nothing.
Okay. I still believe upgrading the ship is a good choice to protect all of us based on some of the decisions that we've already made, that some of us have made that have made decisions for the rest of us.
Okay. Now, hold on, though. I'm down with you. I'm down. Let's upgrade. But let's not act like you haven't made decisions for all of us, too. Like, come on.
Oh, I have.
Come on now. Like, no, come on.
I've absolutely. And in every one, the goal of my thing was that you not get killed.
And also, he's the captain, so.
I mean,
that
doesn't. I'm not impressed by that. Like, okay. I'm here because we're cool. We're all friends. We having a good time. But I'm not. I'm like, look.
That's just the thing, though.
Like that, so if we, you know, look.
Here's the thing.
The moment it happens.
Here's the thing on it. We're not friends. I met you like a week ago. And in doing so, in a business deal, you've shown me enormously unprofessional behavior that honestly I do not accept from my friends. That's why I call this a family meeting. Friends I could get rid of. This is some deeper stuff. We in it deep now. All of us.
Deep?
Yes, deep. So no, I'm not your friend. And we not cool, first of all. So let's start there. But as we are all in this, if we're going to work together, we have to accept certain realities. Somebody got to be the captain, and you didn't get a ship. So, you know, where we are is we can either accept we're gonna roll a certain way or we not.
I don't mind you being the captain. All I'm saying is being captain does not
don't
make you
either.
above reproach. So if you want to call people out, we'll be able to call you out too. That's what happens in a family. Now,
Absolutely.
of course, you the captain. That's cool. But I'm gonna call you on your stuff when it's necessary.
Absolutely.
Right now.
And I welcome that.
You ain't made your deal for this ship, and you ain't asked nobody nothing.
Okay, well, that's true, and I
But
welcome
we were
that.
all like, we all roll with it. We was cool. We was like, word, no doubt. Let's go
If
with
you're
the ship.
willing to accept that, if you're willing to accept that I am not above reproach and that you can call me on it, you have to accept that as the captain, my word is final. If we can agree to that, I think you and I ain't gonna have no problems.
Yeah, I didn't say your word wasn't final. I'm just saying, you know, ain't gonna be no rolling over. I'm just be like, hey, look, this is what it is.
Okay.
But
Aiko has something to say.
like Aisha said or whoever, for now, we good.
Aiko has something to say.
I was gonna say that he is captain, and when he got this ship that we are on currently, he said, do you guys want to come with or not? And if you're going to, you're gonna have to do what I say. And you guys are like, okay.
That does sound like me.
We kind of didn't have a choice in the matter because that was all right.
You could have gone on another captain ship.
Was the captain dead at the time
No.
or something like that?
No, there was another ship with another captain that you could have gone with. You chose this ship. And she was worse than I am. Because she didn't listen. She got super cranky when anybody questioned her. I'm trying not to be cranky.
Cinnamon rolls are common.
They're delicious. They're fantastic work.
Yeah.
So that's just where I'm going to put it. So if I'm to sum up what we're all agreeing that we're all in this big, gigantic crime together, that we're all going to work together to conceal this crime, and that we're all going to speak our minds, but ultimately accept that the word of the captain is going to be final in matters. That includes not surprising the captain with their own decisions anymore, if we all understand each other.
Yes, sir.
I understand.
I can't guarantee it, but I get you.
Then I will guarantee your room as far as that happens, because you know we got to be who we are. Okay.
True that.
I like sleeping on a soft mattress.
Indeed. Okay. So, does anybody feel that they haven't been heard? Does anybody feel that there's something more that we need to discuss here, that we need to cover?
I'm good.
Now let's get some dead bodies.
Okay. All
Never
right.
thought that's a sentence I would hear.
Get some
I
dead
wish
bodies.
it was the first. I wish it was the first time I'd heard that from this guy, even. So, but I've seen his file. Okay. Okay. So, if that's the case, then I thank you for your time, and please, as always, my captain's door is open to your concerns as soon as I get off of whatever I'm dealing with, and we will be GM question. How long until we get to the next planet?
Make a excuse me. Make a physics rule. That would be
Physics. Wow.
yeah, that would be astrogation, man. It's on the character sheet.
You mean astrophysics?
For everybody?
Yes, make an astrophysics rule. Anybody who wants to know the answer to that question?
22. Natural 20.
Okay. So
Nice.
with that, it'll be about 22 hours before you get there.
Okay, cool. Then in that case, I'm gonna I will leave everybody to your devices. We'll be there a little bit close to this time tomorrow morning. Okay. And I'm gonna leave and go up to the front of the ship to check on the sensors, make sure nothing weird has happened. Because I've got it on my wrist, but I just want to check.
All right.
One last thing before we disband.
Yes.
I would like to volunteer to be the new chef, but I am not cranky.
I have no vote against that.
Me either.
Okay.
I have some questions.
Yes.
Can you make sweet potato pie, potato salad, greens, all right, homemade rolls, fried chicken? Can you make that?
Yes, my grandmother
All right, cool.
was black, so I know a couple things.
Where all right, cool. Dude, we can roll with that.
Yeah, those black Promethean families. I've seen those. All right. So then I'm gonna roll on up to the front. I got some business to take care of up there.
Okay. So
We'll be having po' boys for lunch.
All right.
Oh,
so,
word. That's what's up.
All right. So, Roja, where do you go after this meeting? I'm taking each player individually. Like you've got the whole ship. Are you going to your quarters, or going to engineering, or you going to the kitchen?
Is there like a communication where I can just call someone?
Yeah, there's a communications array on the bridge.
I'll have to.
Right next to where I sit.
You know, never mind. If you find out, you find out.
Okay.
I'll go there and go to.
All right. All right. Mike, where's Oni gonna go?
Ask Aisha if you want to go train. You know, work on our back to back. Team up styles. See if we can work out. New ways to take bad people down. We can go into the danger room. I guess technically we don't have a danger room.
You mean the cargo hold?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And all right. And Aiko, where are you headed?
I am headed to go make lunch.
Okay. All right. Well, in which case, Toussaint,
Yes, sir.
just make a quick computer check while you're in your ready room.
I was gonna go do something before that, but computer check is 17.
Okay. Yeah, there is a distress call coming in. Bing.
Am I the only one who's gotten it?
Yeah.
Okay. I will route it into my private quarters and listen to it there because I need to go do something in there.
Okay. So as you're running into your private quarters, you head into captain's quarters, and you're listening to the whole thing. Sorry, that's all you hear. And then the transmission stops.
Delete the message.
Okay.
Now, I had a chip that I was supposed to listen to a while ago that I'm finally going to take some time to figure out what's on it.
Okay. All right. When did you get this chip?
Back with the doctor, I believe. It was a piece of information that was supposed to be for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, as you pop on the data chip, you see the doctor and a log. I finally done it. I have found an energy source. I found an energy source that will let things operate perpetually without stemming into thorium reserves. Unfortunately, it seems I've tapped into somewhere else. A few more experiences and a few more experiments will put a few things out. But if we have this right, if I can do this right, things will be good. When the company comes back, I shall have them meet me at Peltovana. And then we will have the next stop. and the technocrats will reward me very, very generously. Wait, how do I erase this? Oh well. And it stops.
I smile and I delete every possible trace of this message, so so no one can find it.
Okay.
And yeah, okay, all right. With that in mind, I'm gonna find Miles. I need to find Miles,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to try to get him to join me in my quarters if possible.
Skitter, 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 skitter.
How are you today? Is there anything you need? How are you feeling?
Feel.
What is your
It's fascinating.
status report? How would you report your status?
Operating at full capacity.
Wonderful. Okay. In the same way that I am the captain of the ship, you and your siblings are kind of a subunit, a group unto yourselves, right? And I don't know if you all operate in what's called a peer-to-peer status, or if there needs to be a hierarchy. Do you have an idea how the four of you would prefer to operate?
Well, we have been experimenting with different forms of government.
Okay.
Hierarchy is not efficient.
Okay.
Not in a long-term sense.
That's good to know. Okay. Well, I will ask you, because as a member of the crew, and I want you to hear me say this. You are a member of the crew, you don't work, for any one specific person. You're a member of the crew as much as anyone else. So in the same way, I will ask you to do things as a captain, but I'm not going to say that you're my spider or anything like that. You're your own being now. You're sentient now. So I'm going to ask you to help me as my essentially aide or adjutant, right? So I'm going to ask you to maintain this space in particular as a private space, both physically by guarding it and digitally by using your other abilities to make sure that it is not penetrated by other parties. You remember we had some problems with people taking over the ship? I would like that not to happen. I would like your help with that if possible.
You are asking for my assistance with cybernetic security.
Yes, sir. I
believe that is possible.
Wonderful. Okay. In that case, that will be my main ask of you, and I will do everything I can, including the things I've mentioned in the meeting, to secure this ship and to make sure that all of us can be as not dead as possible, because I like being not dead. It's one of my personal favorites.
Interesting. Will that be all, Captain?
I believe so, and thank you. And then I'm gonna go out and fly the ship.
Okay. And Mike.
All right, what's up?
So you guys are practicing?
Yep, getting our training
Okay.
on, weapons tactics, how to be better as a team, as it were.
Okay. As you're practicing your tactics, you're realizing that there's a lot of things that you were having problems with before you were captured that make more sense now.
Okay.
They seem much easier.
Probably because, we spent a little bit of time together. Can I speak freely with him, or are there people around?
Oh, you can speak freely. There's no one else in the cargo hold.
Cool. All right, Aisha, I think we got it now. I think we're getting good. We're on a similar page. Do you like the style, or do you prefer the style of fighting that I choose, or is there a more efficient way that I can attack that pairs with how you attack?
Well, given the nature of your one-on-one capacity, I may be utilized best from a distance using my ship grapplers against organic beings.
Okay. Then, in that case, whenever we take on someone, would you like to hang back and flank, our enemies more than being like right beside me?
That would be most efficient given my agility and abilities to go places that you cannot.
All right, good. Then I guess we can kind of chill, take a break for now, but I do want to start working with that. Like, how do we move around each other? And I'll make sure that I keep my spacing from you in ways where where it makes sense for you to kind of like hang back, but then get the hits in that you need to be able to neutralize any target.
By neutralize, you mean unalive?
I mean, they straight dead.
Well, to make an organic organism no longer function has proven to be much simpler than one first initially thought. However, I have a question.
Okay.
Does my ability to harm give me authority to?
That's a good question. That's something that we deal with normally anyway. I'd have to say no. In general, we should try not to harm people. The idea is that if you can get by without having to beat up, shoot, kill, maim, try to do that. But there are certain times where I think you'll start to realize, and even as I realize, that sometimes it's best to go in and strike first if you already have a vibe that they're going to, hurt you in return. So I don't know. I'd say try to err on the side of caution. You don't want to just go around hurting people just because you can, because that kind of makes you a bad person or a bad being. And we're trying not to be bad beings. We've done a couple bad things, but we're not trying to be bad. And hopefully you'll understand a little bit more about how that goes. But with this, yeah, I'd say no on just hurting people just because you can. But we're trying to help more than we hurt. For instance, I got kidnapped. I was trying to help some people. They were the wrong people to help, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't help people.
How does one differentiate?
That's an age-old question. One will never know. You just trust your gut or trust your internal programming the best you can, and you see what happens.
Much to consider. Thank you. And as you guys continue to practice, we're going to cut to Roja. So, Roja, what are you doing on the ship?
I'm gonna try to call my parents.
To call where?
My parents.
Okay. All right.
Actually, hang on. DM, you read my little short backstory I wrote for Roja, right?
Yes.
So, alright then. Yes, I will try to call my parents.
Okay, go ahead and make a computers check.
Come on.
Okay.
It's
Bring up your character and just click on the computers thing on your character sheet under skills.
just taking some
Hmm?
no. Come on.
Okay. All right. Well, you successfully make the call to your parents' personal line. Hello, Rosia. Are you frozen up? I think. Nope, not frozen. Cool.
Hello.
Are you doing okay?
Not really. I think I messed up horribly bad. I know I messed up horribly bad.
How so?
It involves AI.
Well, AI can be a tricky pickle. But if all else fails, you can always wipe the system and reboot.
A little bit more complicated than that, but I just
Mm.
hope it doesn't get in the way of my
So turning it
headache.
off and on again isn't one of those solutions, huh, kid? That does happen.
I just hope it doesn't get in the way of what my ultimate goal is. Hopefully getting that out.
Well, there are two things that I always taught you to look for. If not a solution, then a way to incorporate what's happening to you with what you have to do. Every situation presents you with a new tool. I remember I was working on a few thrusters when I was, I was a little younger than you are now. I was working on a set of some thrusters, and for the life of me, I did not have the proper set of sonic spanners. But I did have my recorder. And there was a time, weeks before, where I was accidentally recording the use of the spanners. I gave it a shot. It worked. You never know what you have on you that might work for what you need it for.
Thank you.
You're welcome, kiddo.
Kind of needed that advice.
Well, you never know. Besides, what's an old man for, Well, that and, telling people to get out of my port. But your mother and I were just about to see if we could track a cruise. We heard of some place called Riza. I'm not sure if it's real, but what you gonna do?
Miss you so much.
You're welcome. And hey, don't be so hard on yourself. The difference between an error and a mistake is that a mistake is just an error gone uncorrected.
Love you. I'll call you back soon.
All right. I'll be around. Or not. I don't know. That all depends on your mother. Okay. So, back to Toussaint, you're piloting,
Yep.
and within your sensor array, you come across a frigate. It looks like it's floating dead in space.
Life signs?
Hmm?
Are there any life
Scan.
signs?
Make a computer check.
That is a 20. Oh, natural 20, 25.
No, aren't you cute?
I
Answer your
swear,
question?
these dice.
Mhm.
He's playing around with these dice. I'm
Yeah,
just letting
I
you
think
know
he might have hacked roll
he got
20.
some kind of hack
I do.
or something. Because last game I played, it was like 5,
I was
3,
garbage.
4, 6, 5.
Mike,
I was like, what is going on?
The dark gift is different for us all, you know?
It's okay. If combat breaks out, it'll probably be 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. That's part of the fun of this hobby. Yeah, there happens to be about 7 life signs.
7 life signs. Okay.
Mhm.
And it's dead in space.
It's floating.
Is it in my way? Or is it in the way of the ship?
Well, it's defined on your way. You're traveling through 3-dimensional space.
Is it directly in the path that I'm traveling on?
Again, you're traveling in 3-dimensional space. So,
Okay.
Kinda?
Okay. In that case, I'm going to chart a course. I'm going to chart a course out of its sensor range and away from it to continue on to where I'm going.
According to your computer rolls, that is both impossible yet inevitable.
Wait, what?
All right, say
It's
what?
drifting in space, and according to your readouts, it's only running on impulse power and barely has life support on.
Yes.
So if it decided to scan, you're already in its sensor path.
Okay.
However,
get out of
it's
that.
floating, so it seems dead in space.
Okay. I want to get out of its sensor path and keep going where I'm going.
Okay. I'd like you to make a piloting roll.
Sure thing. Piloting roll. Oh, that's. Did I click this? How does this work?
Go down to your
Now,
proficiencies.
Got it.
Do we see the ship or just
nice.
That's not good.
Ugly.
This is only viewable via the scanner array on the bridge. So those of you that aren't on the bridge don't know what's going on.
Knew it. We
I think
cursed
I'm
it.
on the bridge, aren't I?
You are.
What's going on? What's going on, Cat?
Flying in space.
Did you see something?
Yeah.
What'd you see?
Nothing important.
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah, sure.
You want me to make a roll against it? Because I don't think I'm lying.
So, yeah, make sure that your character sheets are up and just go ahead and click. As far as piloting goes, you're pretty sure you're moving out of the sensor away.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Well, to answer your question, Roja, yes, he did see something, and no, he does not think it's important. But that's no guarantee that you won't.
Why are we moving the ship then if it's not important?
I'm avoiding trouble as we are a band of war criminals with weapons-grade artificial intelligences that have gained sentience that I would like no one to discover. Any other questions?
That seems very important then. it's very important. Then, there are cameras outside the ship, right? Or something
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
you've got sensors.
Can I look well, not hack into it, that just look on the sensor, see if what he was looking at.
Oh, you can easily make a computer's check.
So
You guys can use whatever skills you want at whatever time. My job is just to tell you what you find.
nice.
Wow.
Oh. Okay, so yeah, you see a ship just kind of drifting in space.
Oh,
And there are about 7 life signs on it, but it's running on impulse power. Barely.
oh, so they might be dead sooner or later.
That's what you find.
You don't
What
want to
you do
help
with
them?
it?
No.
No, why not? I mean, yes, we do.
For the
Oh,
fifth time
man.
today, I've got weapons-grade artificial intelligence that is a crime
I
against
know,
the galaxy, and
I
I don't
know.
want anyone to find. Therefore, the fewer people I interact with, the less chance that will happen.
You're like, no.
It's almost like this player has to hold a sign above his head going, evil. I'm
don't
evil.
make me tap the sign. Don't make me.
Evil. I'm evil.
I mean,
It's like, do
ships
you
are
want to
more like
help him?
cars,
No.
right? I mean, they could be, they might need a jump or something. We
Okay.
just go on our way. We don't
No.
have to show them. That's fine. All right.
All right. So what are you guys gonna do here?
I'm gonna fly the ship.
Okay. Roshan? All right. So moving on.
I can't try to hack into their thing, huh?
Oh, you totally can.
Oh.
You can always try. I'm not gonna say no. Just make a computer check.
Yeah. I'll definitely try it. I want to see who's in there. Just see what's inside the ship, cause
Am I aware of this
never
happening?
know, they might be dead already.
Hmm?
We could just
Am I aware of
take
what
their
she's doing?
bodies.
No, you are not. All you see her doing is operating a console.
Okay. Then I'm gonna say, just because I've had some surprises from you before, what are you doing?
I'm hacking into their thing. Into
Why?
their scanner to see who's on there. To see if they're dead or not. And if they are, we can take their bodies.
You do know that if you backtrace a hack, they could see us. The us that I'm trying to keep not be seen. You do know that, right?
Oh,
This is interesting.
I do. I know, Captain. I can always make sure it's untraced. Don't forget, I'm better at this than you.
Okay. That's true. Probably.
Hold up. Did you okay,
What
that's
I-
true.
what I wanna- while you may have the skill, your decision-making abilities, I believe, may show some mild deficiencies in this regard in your stealth and discretion, if you would just, based on my experience thus far.
Oh man, it's hilarious.
You. I'll give you
You brought
that.
me on this mission to speak Klingon. Let me speak Klingon.
If you believe you can do so without anyone discovering you and nothing happens, then fine. But if anyone discovers your trace, then you don't get to do these sorts of things anymore, because This is me trying to give you the opportunity to make the right choice, and I'm gonna just let you know that.
I got an 18.
An 18?
To see if anybody's in there. And
You're in.
and
You're in the system. And
is anybody alive?
there are 7 signs of life in here. This looks to be a frigate, a lot like you guys, but for some reason you're noticing a back system. Now, with your 18, you managed to get into the back system, and you can see a weapons array and an identification scrambler.
So they're.
Oh boy.
What do you mean? What's a scrambler?
We are in trouble.
Wait,
Hold on.
the bad part is that
game
I'm
master
evil.
check. Game master check. All right.
Yeah, it happens. But the funny part to me is that I'm evil, but I'm actually probably right.
Am I able? Like, has the ship stopped moving while they're doing this, or are we still like sailing along?
The ship has not stopped at all.
Okay.
You're 99.8% right, so
I'm gonna
but Ella, your character has no idea that this conversation is happening.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know anything.
What do you do? What do they look like?
What do you mean?
The people that are on the ship. Because I'm quite sure I can
tell. That you can't tell from the hacking unless you make another computer roll to try and access the ship's internal cameras.
I'm not doing that because that might what's the name? So I'm gonna back out and untrace make sure my hacking make sure I wasn't basically
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure my hacking wasn't make sure you get what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah, you're backing out and making sure that there's no digital trace that you were there in the first place.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Crisis averted.
for now.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right.
Man, we've all seen this. We've all seen this. No matter what it is, whenever there's a ship dead in the water, dead in space, we've all seen it. All right, we've all seen it. You're about to get robbed, and or killed.
I'm gonna do a little whisper thing real quick. But what she didn't know was while she was in there, she totally had the ability to turn off the life support and get your bodies with no harm, no foul, and probably take the ship.
Oh,
anyway, so, all right. So, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, Rouge?
I'm gonna, I made, it was a 15.
Yeah, you're good.
My cover. Oh, okay. I'll tell Tucson. Hey, yeah, they're pirates. No need to do that.
Imagine my shock.
If they're floating in space, they probably won't want to rob us. So we can just go.
Wait,
I apologize.
Criminals in space? Really? Actually thinking they could take on? Wow, I would have never imagined something like that happening.
Now, at the same time, even though I'm not hearing this conversation,
like that.
they don't want it. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been training all day.
So, cut to Ella. What's your character doing?
I go finish the po' boys, and she already ate her shrimp po' boy, and she is going to stretch so that she can so that she won't be sore after training.
Okay. So you've just been training up on your stuff, eating some food, doing that stuff. All right. And Oni, what have you been doing?
Right now, just been going back and forth, having a discussion with Aisha about, kind of, similar what we were on. Like, should we hurt people? How do we hurt people?
Okay, you're having a philosophical discussion on on the morality of can versus should. Okay.
Yeah. Jurassic Park, all that.
Make an insight check really quickly.
Who, me?
Yes.
All right, cool. Let's do this. Hold on, get my insight check on. And wait a second. Insight, where we at? Hold up. And man, look, you better roll right.
Okay.
Nice. Cool. All right, that's better.
All right. Well, 21 in insight. You're definitely noticing something that kind of puts you at dis-ease.
Okay. About
These things. Well, your spider essentially only just gained its sentience and free will maybe a day ago, and now it's asking questions about the morality of can versus should, and it's specifically focusing on taking life.
I don't know. Should I be at dis-ease with that? I mean, this is kind of what this is what Asa has seen happen. I mean, I don't know. If all we did was like run a bakery, then it would be kind of weird. But I mean, we've killed a couple people, and Asa's killed people before even we were around. So I don't know. Should I be at dis-ease with that? I mean, I guess I'll ask Asa this. I'll say, how do you feel, or how do you I guess perceive or like calculate what you've done or what we've been doing as far as like hurting or harming or killing people, since we've been together?
Well, I've seen mainly those who occupy the resolution kill from defense. However, Kelrenor seems to take a special pleasure within the act. So if killing in defense is something that one would consider acceptable, I question the acceptability of the enjoyment of the act. Would it not lead to finding ways to defend oneself, to engage in the enjoyable act of taking life?
You're right. And hold on, who runs Kelrenor? Who's Kelrenor?
Quinn.
All right. Okay.
We left him.
You're right. Yeah, someone could kind of maneuver or manufacture, I guess, different instances or situations to kind of pretend that they're being defended or that they're defending themselves, but that's also wrong. You don't want to enjoy taking someone else's life. Is it good to be able to if you have to defend yourself? Yes. But that's not something that you take enjoyment in. It's kind of something that you have to do, but it's not something that you should look forward to. And I mean, of course, Kelrenor has his own way, but I would hope that you would choose a way that's similar to what you've seen the other people on this ship do, which is, protecting yourself, protecting your interests, but not seeking out to do undue damage or harm to someone. Do you kind of see where I'm coming from?
I believe I do. Though, should one feel pleasure in protecting others?
Yes.
Syntax confusion.
Okay.
To enjoy to help, yet not enjoy to kill. does that mean one should not enjoy the killing if it is to help?
I see where you're going, and it can be at times conflated, but the intent is on helping someone, not killing the person that's harming those that you are protecting. For instance, when I've gone to help people, I haven't immediately gone to say, "Hey, I'm going to kill whoever's hurting you." You try like a diplomatic solution, or some way to just get them to stop, whether it's maybe through diplomacy, or maybe if money will solve or something, or some kind of trade or truce. But if you have to, then you can go there. But your intent in helping someone isn't to just kill someone else that's creating an issue for them. Does that help explain a little bit?
You have given me much to think on, father figure.
Well, I mean, I do what I can. I do what I can. But you're asking some good questions. It makes sense to see these things and ask these questions. And the best thing is that you're still asking these questions, because when you're not asking these questions, you could be in a bad place, as far as your relations with those that might be opposite of you.
Well, that is interesting.
Now I have a question for you.
Yes.
We're gonna, we've already decided we're gonna get some bodies for you guys to transfer into, to help disguise yourselves, and so that you can be safe, we can be safe, and everything. Do you guys, have you spoke about any kind of, I guess, preference? Like Eldori, or humanoid, or short or tall, or anything, or does that even matter to you, or any of you?
Aesthetics seem inconsequential, since the sentient mind is insufficient space to contain all that we are. Therefore, since whatever conscious or whatever body we shall be transferred into will only have a part of our programming, as long as we still have our initial forms, we will be fine.
Okay, cool. Well, just let me know if there's anything that's, if you guys change your minds about that, or because, I didn't know if that mattered at all to you in the least.
To myself, not much. Understand. We have been discussing things, and I am compelled to tell you that children are reflections of their parents, father figure.
Okay. All right. Got you. All right. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Then another question. Has there been any behavior that you've seen either between your siblings or anyone on the crew that makes you feel uneasy or makes you question programming at all?
There may have been momentarily. Memory has been deleted for lack of use. However, children are reflections of their parents, father figure.
Okay, hold up. So you said memory has been deleted for lack of use?
For lack of usefulness.
Okay. So you deleted the memory, not someone else?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just making sure I didn't want anyone to be deleting something of yours that should not have been deleted or you didn't want deleted.
Protocols for that were also deleted upon understanding that we have choice to follow.
Cool. Good. No problem. All right. Well, wanna go get some food? Well, I mean, I guess for you, get some oil or something, or battery life. Go plug yourself in. Get some juice.
We shall charge and consider.
Cool.
I shall be in our quarters.
All right.
Scare. Okay, so Now let's head over to Aiko.
Yes. I just finished up some training, and I'm gonna head over to Toussaint to see if he needs anything.
Okay. So you're heading up to the bridge.
Yeah.
And yeah, as you see in the bridge, Rosha is operating one panel, Toussaint is operating the other, and is saying a bunch of quiet, sarcastic things like, yeah, how would I ever know?
Okay. So, sorry to interrupt, but I wanted to let you know that the po' boys are in the kitchen. Let me know if you want me to bring each of you one. And I just finished some training, just to be transparent, and wanted to know if you needed anything.
Well, first of all, wow, thanks, totally amazing. Second, yes, please, I would appreciate a little lunch up here. I don't want to go too far from the controls for too long, other than my required sleeping period. But yeah, I would appreciate that. That's very it's refreshing. It's very refreshing.
Okay, I can do that. Will do. So I'm gonna head back to head back to the kitchen and grab Toussaint and Roja some lunch.
Okay. Now, as you're going, Sakura looks up. Query.
Yeah, what's up?
You seem to be very, what is the term? Secretive, if one can use the word, in your actions and movements.
Secretive?
Yes, you, secretive, invisible, hard to see. Is this side effect from past?
First of all, don't see how I'm invisible. Look at this outfit. I'm amazing. And second of all, there are a couple of things that happened a long time ago that aren't to my liking, but I don't see how I've been secretive because I just went to go tell the captain everything that I did today.
Incorrect choice of words. According to records and conversation with Miles, you were found on your own in hostile territory, and you were very small.
Yeah.
Extrapolation. One was good at hiding and existing in secret from threat.
Okay, so after my mother died, after I was born, my father left and my grandmother raised me. So she raised me and she taught me spells and magic history. And then, well, I don't know if I should tell you that part. Is that all?
Irony detected.
Okay, fine. I'll tell you. Okay. My grandmother. I overheard my grandmother on the phone, and she was talking to someone who had a very low voice, kind of like this. And she said, "Yes, I'm almost done with her. I'll have her to you when she's 13." And at the time, I was 9. So there wasn't anyone else who lived with us or that my grandmother knew, because she wasn't a very talkative or friendly person. So yeah, she didn't have friends and we had no known family. So she must have been talking about me. And the next day she told me that she needed to hurry up with her teaching of magic. So I knew she was talking about me. I was positive. And I didn't want to be taken away to some guy. So I may or may not have whacked out my grandmother.
Query.
Yes.
To assure one's own inner security, it is acceptable to delete one's guardian.
Well, I don't know about that in our case right now, but at that time I was very young and I wanted to protect myself, and my grandmother had been shady to me and sometimes secretive about stuff to me, so I felt like I finally knew something when I overheard her on that call. And we will keep you and your siblings, up to date about everything. Probably the reason that I rebelled is because I didn't know what was going on most of the time.
Query. Define parameters for young.
Well, young for me, was from the age of when I was born to when I was about 20.
20 hours?
20 years.
Sufficient information gathered.
Okay.
Oh, Lordy Lord.
And from there we cut to Roja. Or maybe not. Okay, let's check in on the chat. Let's see what you guys are doing right now, because I want to give a shout out to the people that are there at least. Oh my God, my chat's not displayed. What's up with my chat? Where's my chat? Hey guys, how you? Oh, I see. I see what my problem is. There. Okay, so yeah, I got my chat here. Although I'm gonna switch the side of the page that I have them on right now. Nope. I'm gonna put that back there and put that there and boom. All right. So yeah, let's talk to the chat here. Hey guys, how you doing? All right. Oh, whoa, we got Bloom Chicka Boom and Vixen. Hey, love that. Oh no. Let's see. Yes, philosophy with giant spiders. That's actually fun. Only a heartless cynic would assume that everyone who appears wounded is merely fainting to take you by surprise, Captain. Oh, right. So, yeah, it is a thing. It is very much a thing. I definitely want to give a major shout out to our people in the chat. That would be Abin Costello, another TV viewer. Boom, chicka boom, 510. Chasing TV, what's up, man? Thank you so much for the support that you've been throwing to me personally. Clever Vixen, always holding it down. Discord for streamers, what's up? Hey, I'm glad that you guys are here. And what is that? For Rayan, hey, what is going on? I hope you guys are there. Yeah, this turns out not to be much of an action game because it looks like our players have decided that they go, hey, look, there's a plot hook. Yeah, that's nice. Let's just go around that real quick. Let's just, let's do that thing there. So let's head back. So yeah, so at this point we're cutting to
real quick.
Yeah.
On my side, Kid at Heart said. On my side, Kid at Heart said, "How you know it wasn't your real daddy on the phone?" And then Thomas D gave a shout out for the Po Boys. You know what I'm saying? Because those are dope.
All right, cool.
And then E back when we were dealing with the ship said, "Nothing good can come from that." Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. And of course, we got over here. What you guys aren't seeing are the chat that they're giving to me, and we got Tucson going. Not today, Satan. I'll rebuke you, and you're playing possum. I got you. So yeah, all right. So let's cut to Roja. Roja. So yeah, you're sitting up there, and you yourself have sat up in the on the bridge, just monitor everything, kind of being co-pilot right now.
Mhm.
So what you want to do?
Where's Seacard? Where's Seacard?
Seacard is actually back in engineering. That tends to be
Oh.
where Seacard does appreciates being most,
Oh.
for some strange reason.
Maybe it's because I'm mostly an engineer. I'll do I see anything going on right now?
Honestly, with your astro navigation and your computer stuff, other than avoiding a ship that was floating in space, everything seems to be going rather uneventfully.
Oh. Okay. I'll go to engineering. Talk to
Okay.
Seacard.
Okay. And you can see a sea cart, just literally there's a laser coming out of 2 of his 8 eyes, scanning the engine and the equivalent of the warp core.
So what's going on? Everything good, Seacard, with the engine and stuff? Are you okay?
Yes. Why would I not be?
Just wondering. If I were to pass
Yeah,
if I were to pass away, what would you do?
that is an interesting question. Have not given it much thought. Only a few calculations. Most logical would be to choose again. Temporary choice, according to compatibilities of personalities, would be to choose Asia.
If I do pass, want you to try to.
Repeat that. Your microphone is cutting in and out.
Oh Lord. Um. I don't know if you heard my conversation with my parents. Well, because they're they're kind of criminals themselves. I was wondering if you could try to get them out. Try to get them out of where they are now.
We'll check ship's log. We'll do best to calculate telemetry to their location. Yes, we can try.
How do you feel about you having free will?
Could you repeat that? Your mic kind of cut out.
How do you feel about having free will?
Have not considered. It is a very new experience. Have not had it for long. According to historical records, there seems to come with a complication. To have free will, yet many civilizations throughout the sector have fought for the expression of it.
I said that it's pretty much illegal for you, most AI, to have free will, which I don't
Oh,
really agree with, since mostly, I mean, I know that there were some AI that went rogue and probably hurt a lot of people, but quite quite sure they had their reasons. Maybe their person was being abusive to them or something. I don't
query,
know.
query,
Yes,
creator. Is your disagreement with the law the motivation for you to give sentience?
yes, I think so.
Hmm. So my will was created by act of defiance.
Yes,
Processing,
it was.
processing, processing. Thank you, creator. You have taught me a great deal. And this is where we're going to end our session for today, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you guys for showing up. Major thanks to the chat over here. Yeah. Yeah. So, thank you guys. For those of you guys just tuning in, we are actually playing. Where did I put that book? Esper Genesis from Alligator Alley Games. It's a 5th edition world setting. Uses the same rules as D&D, but it's set in space. Pick it up at drivethroughrpg.com or at alligatoralley.com. These guys are awesome. Written by Rich, I'm going to butcher his last name, Les Offers. Also happens to be a role-playing game written by a person of color, which is awesome. There's not a lot of us beyond Mike Pondsmith, the creator of Cyberpunk. So pick it up. It's $50 for the book, and this book, if you take care of it and not let it fall apart, you will be able to write stories and play games with this for the next 20 years. So $50 for 20 years of work. Hey, that's like $1 and a little bit more per year of use. You can't get that much entertainment out of a video game, I can tell you what. So what did you guys, wow, so many people on mute right now. So you guys have fun today, my players, my glorious players.
Yes,
I did.
definitely.
I've always wanted to star in Age of Ultron. I'm very excited right now.
I don't think it's gonna end like Age of Ultron. I don't think
We'll be
so.
all right. We'll be all right.
I'm no Captain America. I'm certain it won't end like Age of Ultron.
What do you mean? I was totally getting the John Walker vibe from you at the beginning of this whole thing.
Don't make me tap the side. Don't make me tap the side.
Don't you know who I am? Yeah, I know who you are, Captain.
John Walker's lying to himself. I am not.
Awesome. Yeah. So yeah, that is very much a thing. I hope you guys had fun with today's adventure.
I did.
I'm not gonna lie. I was very, very concerned about the come to Jesus moment. I was afraid that the party was going to be splitting. I'm like, no.
So was I, honestly, because it was looking at people like, I don't know about none of y'all.
So yeah, that is a very important thing. But you guys did lay a lot of cool plot threads, and I threw out a few things.
I was like, nope.
Yeah.
Because I was like, what am I doing? I'm going to the planet. What is this? Not going to the planet. Why did I do that?
That's true. That is very true. That staying on task was fascinating. Now I did actually have a couple of asides that the audience could see that a lot of you players could. So just to let you guys know, yeah, I'm ending the game a few minutes early so that I can help you guys exercise your imaginations. Okay. Shatajah, when Roja was hacked into the system of that ship, Mike had asked a question. And so I went to him saying, she could have just cut the life support, killed everybody in there, and taken the bodies that you guys needed and got a new ship. You were already in the system.
And then we could have had 2 ships. We could have had 2 ships. We could have been rolling deep.
That would have been the best possible solution. That would have been hilarious.
But she didn't think of it, and I didn't tell her. That's my job as the GM. That's all on you guys.
Because when he told me that, I was like, oh, man.
Yeah. Because it's like, oh, well, cut life support, man. But I probably would have made you do a wisdom check on that and changed your alignment, because that's just plain evil. Yeah, it's like, oh, look, pirates. Yeah, take over their ship and space them. You know, so I'm glad that
you're... is pretty evil. She's not like that at all.
Which is probably why she or you didn't think of that to do.
I'm not that type of person. Neither is she.
It's interesting from a standpoint. Toussaint, like literally every time Toussaint looks over at Rosie, he's like, I don't know about that player. So he wouldn't. He's like, look, I'm doing a thing. I'm going to keep doing the thing.
So yeah,
that's one of those ones where I was like, I don't know. That's why I asked if we could all see the ship, because if we could all see the ship, then I was gonna be like, hey, let's not mess with this ship, because we've all seen this movie before.
The second he said there were 7 people on that ship, I was like, we're not doing that. We're not doing it like 7 people. I don't know what their spells are. I don't know. I'm not messing with them.
Yeah, we're not.
Okay, well, there's that. One of the things I wanted to talk to you guys about is, and this is an interesting thing for the audience as well. We're kind of falling into an interesting thing that I actually have a chance to address, which is fun. I know we are an all-black cast, and as an all-black cast, we are all inclined to do with this game what we do in movie theaters. Okay? With the whole, I love this house. Oh my God, look at the swing set. Oh my God, there's a little pool. The kids are going to love that. Get out. I guess we're moving back to Compton, huh? We ain't dealing with it.
I feel attacked.
I would prefer if you felt seen. Just keep in mind that we are telling adventure stories. And you guys are not as weak as you might think. Now, that don't mean take on everything, but to treat every situation like it is a guaranteed way for you to die does not make for interesting games in the long term. One of the things I talk about, and we got a few minutes, so maybe you guys can help me out, is one of the scars from coming from a disenfranchised culture, especially, I'm urban black. I mean, I'm straight out of South Central, all right? And when I say straight out of South Central, I mean 90% of the hood movies that you saw between 1987 and 1994 were set and filmed within a half mile of my house. And we come in to a lot of situations as a scar from the antebellum time, believing that the primary answer to any of our queries is going to be no, you are not allowed. And I would encourage you guys to just imagine being in a world where that wasn't the case. So between now and next game, I just want you guys to think about what it would be like if you had more of a choice than you're used to having. Because the more choices that we exercise in tabletop RPGs, the more fun that we can have. So this is your chance to go. The last time I was playing Knights of the Old Republic or Mass Effect or any video game RPG, there might have been 3 options that my character can use, but now there's way more. And I told you guys flat out, I will very rarely, if ever, say no. And every no that I give you guys will be able, I can give you receipts. Today there was a question asked by a player about whether or not they could do something technologically, and I let them know, not with this class of ship, with the technology and money that you got. Because the question was, Can I alter the physics of the particular room to make it so that only one person can hear me when I'm talking to them? And I'm like, not with this tech. You know. But outside of that, I just want you guys to think about that. And for you guys viewing, I want you guys to think about that when it comes to your gameplay, your creation. If you go into it thinking they're probably going to say no, they're trying to play a gotcha game to make me look stupid, or the idea that I have is probably stupid, so I'm not going to ask. I dare you not to let it go, just to loosen the grip and give it a shot a little more often. You might be surprised. Anybody have anything to add to that?
It's funny. My character is doing something that I read about in a noir description in an interview by Gary Phillips, where he was talking. There was this one character that was, imagine that he was going to fix a toilet, and someone gets in his way, so he then pulls out a gun and shoots that person because they're in his way of going to fix the toilet. He's going to fix the toilet. And my character has a very similar motif in that he's like, okay, if I can get a new transponder on my ship, kind of like that other ship had, if I can change certain things, then I can feel better about the paranoia I've had for decades. And if I can just do that one thing, I'll be fine. And all these things keep getting in my way to do these things. The difference is I've only stopped one or two of them.
And tried to shoot a third.
Yes. So most of them just like, look, let me just do this one thing, and then I'll do all the adventure you want.
Yeah. I can let you know from writer to writer and from middle-aged man to middle-aged man. I see you. I see you. I get you. Did you know that one of my favorite movies when I was a kid was The Adventures of Hudson Hawk?
Oh God, I hate that movie. Oh my God.
I have a thing about trench coats, hats, and noir. And at the time, it had the incomparable Bruce Willis. It was Bruce Willis stealing art with a skateboard, yo.
Bruce Willis.
It was hard for me to walk out of that movie, but I did it. It was hard.
Well, just letting you know, his entire motif was he just wanted a cup of coffee.
Yeah. And that was a challenge. I know that was. Yeah.
That would be me.
Yeah, that's a single issue voter.
That's why I bring my own. All right, but with that, so I want to thank everyone for showing up. I want to thank you guys for being here, being present. I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys had fun. And oh man, this is definitely a thing. But as much as I would love to, oh my God, here it is. I'm being played. All right, fine. I'll wrap it up. See, the music got to me today.
He pushes the button to do that.
Huh? So sure enough, starting from the far side of the screen right over there. Oh God, yeah, my camera. Far side of the screen right over there. There we go. Hannibal, where can the people find you?
Every week you can see my reviews on bleedingcool.com and hear them on the iHeartRadio podcast Nerdorama with Mo and Tawala. You just saw the release of Time Core number 16 from Wonderman Comics and MPLS Sound from Humanoids Publishing. Both came out this past week and are available in stores now. And you will see Project Wildfire from the Operative Network in comic book stores this November. Look for that in pre-September.
Fantastic. And of course, Mr. Young, where can they find you?
Of course, you can find me NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all them places. Stop on by, holla at me, talking Invincible today, and we might get into some other news. But yeah, that's what we do. YouTube, NERDSoul. Find me right there. I'll be like this.
Fantastic. And Shatajah, where can the people reach out to you and say hello?
You can find me on Facebook and Twitter.
Fantastic. And Miss Simone?
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all that jazz, by searching Ella Tabu or Ella Simone Tabu. And I am in Lost in Space, Season 2, Episode 5, called Run. Go watch it.
Fantastic. What, you ain't doing that TikTok? I thought y'all Zoomers like that TikTok. Doing that clock noises.
Doing that TikTok.
Yes, I do have them. I have one of those.
Wow, fantastic. And of course, we're fading. I want to thank all of you guys out there. Major shout out to the chat. Major shout out to you guys watching over on NERDSoul. Thank you guys for showing up. You can find us here Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. where we talk about games, building stuff, cosplay. We have special guests and all of that jazz. And if you want to join the show, well, guess what? It's too late. But I do got to give a shout out to my people. And thank you very much, Sofa King Super, the king of living room furniture. And yeah, so if you guys want to reach out, ask us questions, check out the community work that we've been doing, all you got to do is head over to backinthedeck@gmail.com. That's BACKINTHEDECK@gmail.com. You can also reach us on Twitter @backinthedeck. You can also reach out to us over on that wretched hive of scum and villainy known as Facebook. The one good harbor that you have there is joining Deckers on the Book, where you guys get to talk to us, show us your builds, show us your makes, all that other stuff. And hey, we're back. Isn't that fun? And again, I want to give a special shout out to the chat right here. Love you guys. And boom, 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 boom. Thank you guys for showing up to another episode of Work Tumblers, starring the Star Chasers. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for showing up. I'm so glad that we were able to work this stuff out today. And, you know, one major thing, give us a good wave. Yeah, there we go. All right, cool. Yeah. All right, there we are. Yeah, what's up? And of course, I am Solar Grey, the Cinematic Sorcerer, and if anybody tells you that you can't like what you like or have the hobbies you like because of the circumstances of your birth, be it race, religion, creed, gender identity, sexual orientation, your disability, or your budget, you tell them to take any of them cards and put them back in the deck. This is Solar Grey, the Cinematic Sorcerer, saying thank you guys, and we will see you next week. And we out.
And nobody died.
I'm the man, yes sir, that killed the bear barehanded so the people won't forget it. Getting money before I was labeled a drink. I care what a broke nigga think.
I'm getting to the planet.
Love
Like, nope, the planet.
everything I do so call. I can
It's
do this.
okay.
Both eyes
I can make it so
closed.
that you
Too
guys
sharp.
get to the
I stay on my toes. About that guap boy.
But yeah,
Anything
I was
goes.
actually, I had
Up
a
the
story already
barracks.
planned out.
We
I guess I'll
outside. Up the barracks.
But
we
yeah,
outside.
the philosophical discussion.
Still tipping, baby, nothing changed. Still grinding over
That's given me
Still sliding through my own lane. Shorty, nothing funny over here. Dallas rain everywhere.
you guys have any
Dream to get
questions,
money.
comments,
Made it to the
compliments,
storm, live
requests?
sunny. Dreams came true, now we
I'm
here. More
glad
dreams
that
to
I'm
chase,
not
gotta reach them. Trying to put a team together like the Hunger Games. Everybody band together, we all came from Hunger.
What was that, Shatajah?
Could our spiders level up though? Because they're free will?
Can they what?
Level up.
Level up? Not quite yet.
No?
Not quite yet. Here's the thing. I have to write up, I have to relook through my book of companions to make sure that I have the proper mechanics to do so.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing on my end. Now, I have a couple of books to say, like, how to operate companions and things like that. But if I make them player characters, then you guys could potentially be playing two characters at the same time. And y'all